talked to you guys in over a week. The reason being, life has been crazy. First of all, my partner was working from home. Also, I've been struggling for a bit. I'll talk to you guys about that a bit later. But yeah, I just sort of came back. I had an appointment this morning, which was really nice. It was my first lesson, like preparation for birth, and I loved it. I was really excited to start because we wanted to start earlier than this. Life happened and we had a bunch more medical appointments booked, and then we went on our baby moon. We were looking for a midwife in town that we could do the lessons with, and then for her to kind of keep being our midwife for after baby's here. And so that was a whole process, and by the time we got the appointment, it was a bit later than we would have wanted, which is fine, you know, but I kind of felt like I'm not ready, and more time just was passing, and I was like, oh my god, I could give birth in 2 months and we still haven't done any of the 7 lessons. And I kind of panicked a little bit, to be honest. I was like, this is happening so fast and I feel like I'm not ready, even though I've been like looking at videos of like pregnancy and birth for the past like 2 years, so I pretty much I know quite a lot, you know. I was still panicking, and I was really happy because we had an appointment with her on Tuesday evening with my partner, and we kind of talked about like what we were expecting of the lessons, what we wanted to talk about and explore and know more about. We kind of booked all of the sessions that day, and some lessons my partner could not come to, and so we decided which themes both of us really wanted him to be here for. She had a spot for this morning, and I was like, yeah, I took notes, of course, so that I'll explain everything to him. And this morning it was basically when to go to the hospital. It's made it so much more real and really helpful to kind of know all of the reasons to go, but also the process of labor coming from a specialist. And it you know, I had heard a lot about like kind of the process of labor from other YouTubers that I was following who had kids, and I watched so many videos, but you know, I still wanted kind of a professional telling me all of the things. I left the appointment and I felt more ready. I just feel a bit more comfortable about the whole thing. And then I came back and I had other medical appointments to book. Our midwife appointment, like at the hospital for July, anesthesiologist, I never know how to put that, for June, because I thought it was July, and then she told me no, actually it's June, because if you give birth earlier, which makes sense, but I was told July. Booked all of that, and I had a couple more appointments to book, and I looked at my calendar, and some weeks I have a medical appointment every single day, and sometimes twice a day. So that's quite crazy. Like this week, that's what happened. We had one on Monday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday even kind of evening. Yesterday morning I had my blood test, and this morning I had the prepping lesson. I think tomorrow is the only day of the week that I have nothing so far. I am very tired, and I'll talk about a few other things after because this is already getting long. But yeah, it's been a crazy few days, even a crazy few weeks, to be honest, and I'm 31 weeks pregnant. This is going by so fast. Kind of looks like I have no hair, but we're gonna roll with it. Hi, good morning. I did a bit of cleaning this morning. I wasn't sure if I would have the energy for it because honestly, I never really used to have energy on a Friday. For some reason, I think it's the day of the week where my body and my mind can definitely tell that I'm tired. But you know, being pregnant, it's quite difficult, and today is the only day of the week that I don't have a medical appointment. I can tell that all of that took a toll on my body, so I wasn't sure if I would have the energy to kind of do some cleaning. But at the same time, I feel so much better when the house is tidy and clean, and I know that that's one less thing to do at the weekend, because like I mentioned so many times, I like the weekend to be for enjoying my time with my partner without him working, without, you know, like having to think about things to do. So I like to do my laundry and my cleaning on a Friday morning, and I do not mind if I have to do some work at the weekend weekend. I usually do, especially in the mornings, but I don't really like to know that we have some things to do that, you know, we'll share for sure, but I prefer to do it on my own just before I put on a podcast, and I'm so fine with it. But being pregnant, I can definitely tell that I have less energy, and as close as we get to my due date, we are definitely feeling it in here. So I just decided, oh my god, I put just way too much. What am I doing? Oh, it looks like a heart. Cute. I might have to take some off because I think I went overboard here. I'm just gonna do some work today since coming back from our baby moon, and you know, seeing the time passing and thinking like we only have 2 months left until baby can be here. I have been really enjoying my time kind of getting ready and also like resting. I've been cherishing the moments that I do have throughout the day for myself, being able to have kind of a slow morning in the sense that I take my time doing things. It doesn't take a super long amount of time, but I am able to kind of take my time doing things and have a nice breakfast and get ready and do my makeup and watch a YouTube video at the same time and set up my day as calmly as I can. And I've been really cherishing those moments because I know that they're going to not be as long, be more far in between, and I've been really trying to implement moments throughout my day to just be grateful for those moments. I think now seeing like the weeks and the countdown kind of coming to an end, I've just been more like in the moment, learning to appreciate things and enjoying taking my time, because I wouldn't be able to do that at some point. That were my thoughts this morning, basically. Good morning. It's Monday and I'm on my way to therapy. I haven't had therapy in like 6 weeks, I think. We missed the kind of in-between session because I usually go every 3 weeks, and so much happened. So it's probably gonna be a very good session. I booked an hour because I can tell I'm gonna need that. After that, I'm getting my nails off, like the gel, because these are my natural nails. It's gonna be so weird because I've had them for a year. Oh my god. Like I mentioned before, it's gonna be more practical with a baby not to have to get them done like every 3 to 4 weeks. It's just better, and I'll just rock the shorter nails. I'll see if I get them done at home or not. We'll see.
Good Life by Mark Red. Don't try. Alcoholic, a gambler.
I realized before starting to film this that I think I've worn this in a previous clip. To be completely honest, I've been filming this video over like a couple weeks, so I don't remember what I've worn. Also, got my nails off, which feels great in the sense that I can see my nails, but also it's nice to have shorter nails and to know that I can file them in if I need to. However, they are really soft and sort of painful, which, I mean, I have been doing gel manicures for a year, so that was to be expected, but I've never had soft nails. So I kind of have to really be conscious when I do something that I don't do something stupid to them, because I kind of bump into things, and when you have gel, you're so used to your nails being totally fine. And so whenever I'm doing something, I can feel my nails and I can feel how freaking soft they are. So it's an adjustment. It's fine. Like I mentioned, I had therapy yesterday and it was a really good session because I hadn't been, I think, in, like I mentioned, 6 weeks. So that was long overdue. It felt good to just talk it out and have, you know, like I mentioned every time, a professional kind of give their point of view over different types of situations, because it's been a bit difficult. Don't want to sugarcoat pregnancy. Don't want to make it look like it's so awful and whatever, because some people have been telling me like, you've had such a hard pregnancy, and I'm like, I don't know how to kind of talk about it in a sense, because in a way, yes, it's been tough and challenging, but I think that's to be expected whenever something happens in your life that is kind of life-changing and also challenges you in many ways. So I think that's pretty normal, but at the same time, yes, it could have been easier than it's been, but at the end of the day, I'm so grateful to be pregnant, and I'm so happy to carry my baby and have a baby at the end of the the day, you know, like that's the goal, and I'm trying not to stress too much about it. It's been tough, but at the same time, it's okay. I'll have an amazing gift at the end of the day. So I don't want to be like super complainy, but at the same time, I don't want to sugarcoat it, because I know that pregnant women are sometimes looking at other pregnant women and be like, oh my god, why am I struggling? Why is it so hard for me? When actually sometimes people are just not very honest about their experience, and I just want to be honest about that. So yeah, another thing that I haven't mentioned before, I've been diagnosed with gestational diabetes. It was really something that I was afraid that I would have. Don't know why. Sometimes, you know, you just have like a sixth sense about things and you're like, why am I thinking that way? Well, preparation, I think. It hasn't been easy. If you follow me on Instagram, I've mentioned it a few times on stories, but it's been very difficult. Basically, I had the results in Italy on our last day. They kind of booked me an appointment with a midwife who specializes in that, but like 10 days after. And then I had a prescription for a machine that kind of, you pick your fingers and put blood, and the machine kind of tells you your blood sugar levels and everything. And basically they told me, use this machine for a few days and kind of write down whatever you're eating in quantities and stuff like that, the quality, whether like it's white rice or brown rice. After that, during the appointment, you'll see like with your levels how it works. That week was really difficult because we realized that where my blood sugars were not good were 2 hours after drinking the super sugary drink. But actually I was oftentimes in hypoglycemia, so I was not having enough sugar at some points throughout the day, and that was really affecting me. It still does sometimes. You know, like when you're pregnant, you're really tired, but that's a different level of tiredness because you cannot really control your body. Sometimes I feel super weak and I feel like I'm about to pass out, or I like kind of get funky in my head at the same time. And when I have too much sugar, hyperglycemia, it's like my heart rate is a bit too high and I don't feel great. I don't feel comfortable. I feel a bit not hyper but not great and kind of weird in my head. So it's been a real game of trying to kind of see that. And during the appointment, she told me that like the highs of the hyperglycemia were not too bad, so that it wouldn't affect the baby too much. But the fact that I was losing weight, I haven't gained weight in a month, and when you're in your 3rd trimester of pregnancy, that's a bit weird. But also that I was in hypo a lot of the time meant that I was not eating enough. So we tried to kind of balance my diet so that I would get a bit more in, and basically she told me like, try a few things out and you'll see what happens. But it hasn't been working. We've been doing this for over a week. Some days the highs of hyperglycemia are way too high and I get so stressed and so paranoid that baby is not okay, and that it will lead to problems after birth. It's just like a mind fuck, to be honest. I'm sorry, I cannot use another word. Balancing my energy levels, balancing pregnancy, balancing the sugar levels in my body has been affecting me. It's been hard. That's just how it's been. We are to have our 3rd trimester ultrasound later in the next few days. So hopefully they will tell us that everything is fine. We'll see if baby has gained too much weight, because that's a problem, or if everything looks okay. It's been really messing up with my mental health, dealing with all of that, and the 3rd trimester in itself. It's been challenging. Yeah, just over here doing my best. I had planned on starting to film way earlier today, but that didn't happen. Since yesterday, it's been quite crazy. I had quite a busy day on Monday, but then after that, yesterday was really tough. I was just so tired. Had to take a nap in the afternoon, and then I was feeling so much better. And then this morning when I woke up, didn't feel that good, didn't have that much energy. Also, my glucose levels were really not good, so maybe that played something, I don't know. And I still had to rest this afternoon, which sometimes is a bit frustrating because I want to do so much, but I have not a lot of energy. But yeah, I just read for a little bit. I'll talk to you guys about this book very soon because I'm very nearly finished. This weekend, I think my sister and I are going to go to our parents. They're not here. They're in Portugal seeing family for 10 days, and my sister is babysitting Honey. But we're thinking that because it's very hot, they have a pool, it's a house, it's gonna be easier first of all to take care of Honey for my sister, because otherwise she would have come here, but also might as well just enjoy being like outside in the countryside, in the pool, so we might see her. Another very exciting thing is that tomorrow we have our 3rd trimester ultrasound. I can't believe that I'm saying that because when we booked that appointment, I was like, it's gonna be soon because the last appointment was at 25 weeks. We had 2 scans for the 2nd trimester, but I was like, it's still going to be like 7 weeks away, and now it's tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I'm 32 weeks, but also today, in exactly 2 months, is baby's due date. So we're going to go back and do some work. Try not to think too much because sometimes my brain can go to crazy places. Well, good morning. I am at my parents for the weekend, and it's so weird because it's super quiet. I came here to the back of the garden to do a little bit of work. I kind of got a workstation going on here. It's so nice, and I do love a change of scenery, but it's even better when it's outside. Little update because I totally forgot to film anything when we went for our ultrasound. Everything is good. The lady told us that everything looks perfect. Nothing shows signs that baby is affected by my gestational diabetes, which is great. Baby should be about 3 kilos, a little bit over maybe, but totally following like what we saw in terms of expectations from the last couple ultrasounds, which is great. We also were able to see their profile for the first time because if you've watched my previous videos, we were never able to see their profile before for the ultrasounds because baby's position was never the best, or they had their hand in front or something. So this time we really were able to see everything, and she got so many shots, and she like selected 3 at the end to print for us, which was great. It was so nice and so reassuring, and we have another scan in a month just to check, but she's really not worried. She told me like if something was to happen, baby being affected, it would have happened already, and so far you are on a specific diet for it. You are checking that your glucose levels are fine, and even though they're not perfect or anything, honestly baby's not affected by it, so it should be fine. I feel so much better. I just needed news like that, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to chill for a little bit. I'm also super happy because I did get engaged in Lake Como during our baby moon, but the ring was too big for me, so we went a couple of weeks ago when we came back here because my partner got the ring here. We went back to the jewelry store and we got the right size, but we had to order it, and they told us it should be ready in like 3 to 4 weeks. And actually my partner got a text this morning saying that it's ready, so we're going to pick it up in the early afternoon, and I'm so excited. I've missed it so much, which is a weird thing to say about something that you've never had before. Also, it should be really hot today, so we're definitely going in the pool.